Hello friends, Tom Watkins here, making a quick video for you guys today about bluesy turnaround licks, some of my favorite things to play. So yeah, what is a bluesy turnaround lick? If you're familiar with the form of a 12-bar blues, which if you're watching this video, I'm assuming that you're familiar with this sort of stuff. The turnaround lick is the thing that goes at the end that brings the form back to the beginning, so that more soloists can come in, or who's ever soloing can keep soloing, or the vocalist can continue the lyrics. It's just basically, it's a little lick that kind of lets everyone know, okay, we're going to be doing this again. We're going to be going over the form again. And what I just played in the intro was kind of like an example of a turnaround lick, except instead of phrasing it in a way where I would go around back to the top of the form, I did it in a way that would like end the song with that A13 chord. But I'm going to show you 5 different riffs that you can use for bluesy turnarounds. Maybe 4 or 5. We'll see how it goes. The 5th one I might leave out, but we'll see. And you, yeah, just to let you know, the way that this is going to be ordered is that you'll start with like a basic idea, the easier riffs, and then we're going to look at more advanced things like in terms of contrary motion and drone notes, and we'll probably throw in some triplets and stuff like that. But let's start with the basic idea first. I'm going to play all of these for you a few times at some slow speeds, and then I'll also play it in a way that lets you hear it in context with the measures that come before it. So let me show you the most basic idea. I'm sure you've heard something like this hundreds of times if you listen to the blues. So we're going to be in the key of A major today, so all of these will start on some sort of A tonality, and then here it is. Here's the first one. It's a pretty basic idea. One more time. So let me break this down a little bit. Literally what we're playing is A to C sharp, and then a chromatic run up to E. E is the 5th note of A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if you harmonize E, it turns into an E7 chord, which wants to resolve to A. All of our chords in a blues are 7 chords, but the 5-7 chord always wants to resolve to the 1. So that's why these turnarounds work so well, is because most of these we're doing some sort of chromatic motion to the E note, and then we're putting a dominant 7 chord there, which resolves back to the 1. Which is what a turnaround is. So let me play this. I think you can see my hands pretty well, and this one's pretty basic. I'm just doing 5 on the 6th string, 4 on the A string, 5 on the A string, 6 on the A string, then 7 on the A string. But we're playing it in this sort of rhythm, which is kind of like a shuffle sort of rhythm here. Right? Let's hear it in context with the measures before. So bar 9 of the blues starts on a 5 chord. So we got bar 9, 2, 3, 4, 10, 2, 3, 4, 11. And then we're back at the top. Right? So that's riff number 1, pretty basic. Let's check out riff number 2. Riff number 2, there's two different ways that you could play riff number 2. You could either start it on the first string, so the bottom E string, or the top string. It works well with both of them. Let me play it for you first, then I'll break it down. Here it is. Sorry, if you see like a massive reflection in my fretboard, it's the lights that I'm using so you guys can see my face during these videos. It's hard to like make sure that I don't blind you with the reflection of the guitar, so I'm trying to keep it low. Let me do it one more time. So here's A. So yeah, this one's a similar idea, except instead of ascending to E, like in the first riff, we're descending to E from A. So we're going A, and then we're going to G, which is the flat 7 of A, the flat 7 in the scale. Remember, because we're using a dominant scale with the blues. So we're going A to the 8th fret of the B string, that's your G, and then we go to F sharp, down a fret, 7th fret, 6th fret, same string, 5th fret, that's your E, and it's like a staccato note on E. And then we're doing these, I should have told you in the first riff too, we're doing these like shell voicings on the dominant chord, on the E7 chord. A shell voicing, I'll probably do a video in the future about what shell voicings are, but for now just know that a shell voicing, what I'm doing right now is, it's this triangle shape. So an E7 shell voicing would be 7 on the A string, 6 on the D string, 7 on the G string, and you mute all the other notes, or you don't strum them. So that's riff number 2. So remember, riff number 1 is chromatic movement up to the E. Riff number 2 is chromatic movement down to the E. And let me play it in context now. So here's bar 9, 2, 3, 4, 10, 2, 3, 4. And then you're back at the top. And like I said before, I showed you riff number 2. You can do this riff on the top string. I'm sure you've heard that hundreds of times too if you listen to the blues. Here's what that sounds like. Right? Yeah, you might hear like bass players play that, or even guitar players. Lots of instruments play this sort of stuff. So the concept that you should take away here with these riffs so far is chromatic movement from the third, the major third, up to E, and chromatic movement from the flat 7 down to E. We're always going to E, and that's what gives it this turnaround sort of feel. Okay, now let's look at riff number 3, which will be the one that I played in the intro. And I'm gonna be honest here, I got this one from Joe Pass. I'm not sure which song. He's probably played it multiple times in multiple different pieces. But let me break it down for you. If you look at it closely before I play it again, it is riff number 1 and riff number 2 that I just played. So those two riffs combined into one thing. So you have contrary motion. You have one voice is going up and the other voice is going down, and they're both meeting in the middle at E. So let's check it out. Pretty cool, right? This is probably my favorite one. Oops. It's a little challenging because you have to use your fingers instead of a pick. And there's a bit of rhythmic displacement happening here. So let me break it down for you really slow. You've got A, and then you're going to A on the bottom string. So 5th fret, right to the major third. So 5th fret, 4th on the A string, and then 7 on the B string. So your top string is first, bottom string, then your A string, B string, then they meet together, and you do that at the same time. Right? And then you have a sneaky A again on the top. So far we have this. And then we're going to, the 3rd finger is coming in for the 6th fret, and the pinky is coming in for the 6th fret. So 6th fret on A, 6th fret on B, and then you're there for a quick beat, and then you go straight to E, and that's where they kind of meet together. 3rd finger, 1st finger. And then the same sort of dominant shell voicings on the F dominant to E dominant. The way I played it in the beginning, I think I mentioned this already, but so that is another way, but you probably hear that at the end of the song, like after the singer tagged the line or two, and then you have an A dominant 13 chord. So that's another really popular way to end it. But you wouldn't want to do that sort of thing if you were going to use a turnaround, because remember, the turnaround, to make it sound like a turnaround, you have to end on this E7 tonality to make it want to resolve back to A. If you end on an A tonality, then it just sounds like you're ending the song and then moving on to a different song. Hope this all makes sense. If you have any questions or comments, make sure to leave it below. We got one more riff to check out. Before we check that out, if you like this content so far, please, or if you're getting something out of this content, please like it. Please smash the like button. If you don't have any questions and you just enjoy the content, leave a comment and let me know. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. I do guitar content like this every week. Someday I'll figure out this whole ring light situation so it's not blinding you guys with the reflection of my fretboard. I probably should put it like not directly blasting me in the face so it's not reflecting and hitting the camera. But that is a problem for the future. So please like, comment, subscribe if you like this content so far. Let's check out riff number 4. Riff number 4 is another cool one because we are doing the same sort of idea where we have contrary motion. One voice is going down, the other one is going to be going up. It's still a major third going to E and a flat 7 going to E, but we're separating it. Now the major third is on the B string, and the flat 7 will be on the D string. And then we're going to add another layer of complexity to this by adding a drone note, which just means that'll be ringing out through the entire riff. And then the other layer of complexity is that instead of doing this sort of shuffle feel, we are going to be using a triplet feel. So more like da 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 da, and we'll still end it the same way. Okay, so let's check it out. I'll play it for you first. So here we go. So something kind of like that. One more time. Oops. This is another really cool one that I like. Let me do it for you really slow. So I've got ring finger, index finger, pinky. Ring finger is on the D string, index finger is on the B string, pinky's on the E string. Nothing is on G. And it's kind of it doesn't feel the best. It's kind of uncomfortable, but you get used to it after a while. So we're doing triplet, and then your ring finger moves down to the second finger, and your index finger moves up to the third fret. Triplet. This is a D major chord. D major chord over F sharp in the bass. And then you're gonna switch your fingers to get to the third fret on D, fourth fret on B, pinky stays the same, and then we got E. So E on D, E on B, E, open E on the E string, and then our same dominant chord. So this time in context, 2, 3, 4, 10, 2, 3, 4, 12. Oops, 12. Yeah, something like that. Let me do that one more time. 4, 2, 3, 4. That's it. So the way that, because at bar 11 you do have an A chord, so the way that I've usually played this sort of lick is that I hit that A chord first, and you can do something like, so let me do that in context for you one more time. So here's bar 9, 2, 3, 4, 10, 2, 3, 4. And then you're back up at the top. So this one's really cool. I think that one's the most complex one because you've got triplets, drone note, contrary motion, the whole 9 yards. I said that I was going to do 4 or 5. Let me do one more, even though this is already an 18-minute long video. Here's the fifth one, the fifth bonus one. I'm not going to really break this one down too much. This is actually the first one that I've ever learned. It's the same sort of thing, but we're going to do major sixths. So if you don't know, it's like these 6-note voicings. They're really fun. Check out sixths. To find it, you just go through your major scale. But use the interval of a sixth, and try to get familiar with that all over your neck, because they're really it's a really beautiful sound. But this is like the first bluesy lick. I think I learned it in E, but we're gonna do it in A just for continuity through this whole thing. And here it is. So something kind of like that. Yeah, I think this was like the first bluesy thing that I learned how to do way before I knew what a blues actually was. But if you're gonna analyze it theoretically, you're doing the major third, and I'm doing the major third. So I'm here at the 9th fret, so C sharp, and then 9th fret on the G, and then you take that same shape down chromatically. And then you could do something like that. another way that you could use to start the blues. You know, there's tons of things. So now that you kind of have an idea of how the blues turnarounds kind of work, you know, get creative with it. Try to figure out this stuff, your own lines. Like it doesn't always have to go to E. Sometimes you can do a chromatic thing with the one chord, kind of like how I just did. Or yeah, get creative. And the biggest thing with figuring out this stuff is listen to blues players. Listen to as many blues players as you can with a guitar in your lap, and take things from them and put it into your own playing. Because the more different sounds that you have at your disposal, and the more that you can bring out in your own playing, then you know, the better. And you're kind of creating your own sound, your own style, if you do that sort of stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this content. Wow, already 20-minute long video. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it. If you like this sort of content, please like, comment, subscribe to this channel. I've got new videos coming out every week. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next video.